Ever caught your furry mate barking at, well, nothing? It's a common scenario for many dog owners. You're sitting comfortably, perhaps watching TV or reading a book, and suddenly, your dog starts barking at what seems to be thin air. It's puzzling, isn't it? You know, that moment when they abruptly stop their playful antics, their ears perk up and they seem to be listening intently to something you can't hear. It's as if they've detected an invisible intruder. And then, without any warning, they launch into a full-blown barking frenzy at thin air. It's enough to make anyone wonder if their dog has suddenly developed a sixth sense. It's enough to make you wonder if they've suddenly turned into furry little Ghostbusters. Are they seeing something we can't? Or perhaps hearing something beyond our range of hearing? We've all been there, scratching our heads and wondering if our beloved pooches have gone bonkers. But what if there's a logical explanation behind this seemingly bizarre behavior? Before you chalk it up to canine craziness, let me tell you, there's often more to these seemingly random barking episodes than meets the eye or ear. Dogs have an extraordinary ability to sense things that are beyond our perception. Dogs, as we know, experience the world in a vastly different way than we do. Their senses are incredibly sharp. They can hear frequencies that are inaudible to us, and their sense of smell is thousands of times more sensitive than ours. Their senses are sharper, their instincts are wilder, and their perceptions are attuned to things that often go unnoticed by us mere humans. They might be reacting to a distant sound, a subtle movement, or even a scent carried by the wind. So, the next time your furry friend starts barking at seemingly nothing, don't dismiss it as pure canine quirkiness. They might be alerting you to something you're not aware of. It could be a small animal outside, a distant siren, or even a change in the environment that you haven't noticed. Tune in, observe, and let's unravel the hidden truths behind those mysterious woofs together. By paying attention to their behavior, we can learn a lot about our surroundings and perhaps even uncover the mystery of the midnight woof. To understand why dogs bark at nothing, we need to step into their world. Dogs experience their surroundings in ways that are vastly different from humans. Their senses are finely tuned to detect even the slightest changes in their environment, making them incredibly perceptive creatures. Imagine a world of smells so potent, sounds so subtle, and sights beyond our limited human vision. Dogs live in a sensory-rich environment where every scent, sound, and sight carries a wealth of information. This heightened awareness allows them to notice things that we might overlook entirely. That's the reality for our canine companions. When they bark at what seems like nothing to us, they are often responding to stimuli that are very real and significant in their world. Their reactions are not random, but are based on their acute sensory perceptions. Their sense of hearing, for instance, is far superior to ours. Dogs can hear frequencies ranging from 40 Hz to 60,000 Hz, while humans can only hear between 20 Hz and 20,000 Hz. This means they can detect sounds that are completely inaudible to us. They can pick up high-pitched frequencies and faint sounds that are completely inaudible to human ears. This ability allows them to hear the tiniest noises, such as the footsteps of a small animal or the distant sound of a car engine. So that nothing your dog is barking at, it might be the rustle of leaves blocks away, the distant chirping of birds, or even the sound of a door closing in a neighboring house. These are all sounds that we might not notice, but they are very real to your dog. The hum of an electrical appliance, or even the scurrying of a tiny insect you hadn't even noticed. Dogs' acute hearing allows them to pick up on these subtle noises, making their world a symphony of sounds that we are often oblivious to. Their sense of smell is another superpower. Dogs have up to 300 million olfactory receptors in their noses, compared to about 6 million in humans. This makes their sense of smell incredibly powerful and allows them to detect scents that are far beyond our capabilities. While we might smell last night's roast chicken, they're picking up a symphony of scents, from the lingering scent of the postman who visited hours ago to the faintest whiff of another dog that marked its territory down the street. Each scent tells a story, and dogs are experts at reading these olfactory narratives. From the lingering scent of the postman who visited hours ago to the faintest whiff of another dog that marked its territory down the street. They can even detect changes in human emotions through scent, picking up on the subtle chemical changes that occur when we are happy, sad, or stressed. So before you dismiss your dog's barking as random, remember, they're experiencing a sensory symphony that's largely invisible to us. Their world is rich with information that we can only begin to imagine. Understanding this can help us appreciate their behavior and strengthen our bond with our canine friends. Now I know what you're thinking. Do dogs have a sixth sense? It's a question that has puzzled dog lovers for centuries. From ancient folklore to modern-day anecdotes, stories of dogs sensing the unseen or predicting events have always intrigued us. But what is it about dogs that makes us believe they might have this extraordinary ability? Throughout history, dogs have been our loyal companions, often displaying behaviors that seem to defy logical explanation. Whether it's a dog barking at an empty corner of a room or acting restless before a natural disaster, these instances make us wonder if there's more to their perception than meets the eye. While we can't definitively say whether dogs can see ghosts or predict earthquakes, there's no denying that their heightened senses can sometimes make it seem that way. Dogs have an incredible sense of smell, hearing, and even a sensitivity to subtle changes in their environment that humans might miss. Some experts believe that dogs might be sensitive to changes in barometric pressure, static electricity, or even the Earth's magnetic fields. These subtle environmental shifts, which often go unnoticed by humans, could be perceived by our canine companions, leading to unusual behaviors like barking at seemingly nothing. Imagine a storm approaching. While we might only notice the darkening sky and the distant rumble of thunder, a dog could be picking up on the drop in barometric pressure and the increase in static electricity long before we do. This heightened awareness could explain why some dogs appear to sense impending weather changes or natural disasters. These abilities aren't just limited to weather phenomena. There are countless stories of dogs alerting their owners to medical emergencies such as seizures or low blood sugar levels, showcasing their remarkable sensitivity to changes in the human body. This has led to the training of service dogs who can assist individuals with specific medical conditions. So when a dog barks at an empty space or seems to react to something invisible, it might not be as mysterious as it seems. They could be responding to stimuli that are beyond our human senses, making us question the limits of our own perception. While more research is needed to fully understand the extent of canine perception, it's certainly a fascinating area of exploration. Scientists and researchers are continually studying dogs to uncover the secrets behind their extraordinary abilities, hoping to bridge the gap between human and canine understanding. As we continue to learn more about our furry friends, we might discover that their world is far richer and more complex than we ever imagined. Their unique abilities remind us of the incredible bond we share with them and the many ways they enhance our lives. Who knows, maybe our furry friends really are privy to a world beyond our human senses. Whether it's a sixth sense or just their extraordinary natural abilities, one thing is for sure. Dogs will always be a source of wonder and fascination for us. While most instances of phantom barking are harmless, it's crucial to remember that excessive or unusual barking can sometimes be a sign of an underlying medical condition. Just like us, dogs can experience anxiety, stress, and even cognitive decline. If your dog's barking seems excessive, persistent, or out of character, it's essential to consult with a veterinarian. Certain medical conditions such as cognitive dysfunction syndrome, CDS, a form of dementia in dogs, can lead to changes in behavior, including increased vocalization. Early detection and intervention are crucial in managing these conditions and ensuring your furry friend's well-being. Remember that sensory symphony we talked about? Sometimes, the nothing your dog is barking at is actually a very real trigger in their environment. It could be something as simple as a change in routine, a new piece of furniture, or even the reflection in a mirror that's spooking your pooch. Dogs thrive on predictability, so even seemingly minor changes to their environment can sometimes trigger anxiety or confusion, leading to barking. Pay attention to your dog's body language and the context of their barking. Are they barking at a specific object or area? Are there any new additions to your home? By playing detective and identifying potential triggers, you can help your furry friend feel more secure and reduce unwanted barking. And barking is an instinctual behavior deeply ingrained in their DNA. In the wild, dogs use barking as a form of communication, a way to alert their pack to potential dangers, defend their territory, or even just to say hello. While our domesticated dogs no longer need to fend for themselves in the wild, these primal instincts can still surface, leading to seemingly random barking episodes. It's important to remember that barking is a natural and healthy behavior for dogs. It's only when it becomes excessive or disruptive that we need to address it. Dogs are masters of nonverbal communication, and their body language can reveal a wealth of information about what they're thinking and feeling. When your dog is barking at nothing, pay close attention to their posture, tail wags, and facial expressions. Are they barking playfully with a wagging tail and relaxed body language? Or are they barking intensely with a stiff body, raised hackles, and a furrowed brow? Learning to read your dog's body language is like unlocking a secret code to understanding their behavior. It allows you to differentiate between playful barks, alert barks, anxious barks, and everything in between. For managing the bark. Now, while barking is a natural canine behavior, excessive barking can test the patience of even the most devoted dog owner. The good news is that there are effective ways to manage and reduce unwanted barking. The key is to address the underlying cause of the barking rather than simply trying to silence it. If your dog's barking stems from anxiety or fear, for instance, positive reinforcement techniques, such as rewarding calm behavior and providing a safe space, can work wonders. Consistency is key when it comes to training. By establishing clear boundaries and rewarding desired behaviors, you can teach your furry friend to embrace a quieter, more peaceful way of life. As we've discovered, those seemingly random barking episodes often hold deeper meaning. They're a window into the unique way dogs perceive and interact with the world around them. Instead of getting frustrated, let's embrace the bark as a valuable form of canine communication. By learning to decode our furry friends' vocalizations, we can strengthen our bond and build a deeper understanding of their needs. So the next time your dog starts barking at nothing, remember, they're trying to tell you something. Listen closely, observe their body language, and you might just uncover the hidden truths behind those mysterious woofs.